This is my 1993 Toyota Hilux, also known as 4Runner in the States. It has the 2.4 liter turbo diesel 2LT engine, which is good. Well, it's not good, it's terrible, but it's good it's not a 2LTE, so fully mechanical fuel injection. No late 80s computer to mess with your mind. And as I was fixing it, I had a turbo from a Volvo V70, a 2.4 liter turbo diesel engine, producing about 120 kilowatts, which is almost double of what the 4Runner makes. So I decided, after reading some forums, that apparently this is a good replacement, as it's a GT 2052. It's a good replacement for the Toyota made CT20, as the CT20 was made for a more powerful car with a bigger engine. It means that it doesn't spool up until about 3000 RPM, and that means, well, the engine won't ever be powerful, but the hope is that with a more modern turbo, yeah, as well, it's 10 years newer. This is late 80s, early 90s design. That one is late 90s, early 2000s, maybe early 2000s to mid 2000s, because early 2000s. Car was 2002. This is very traditional design. It has a wastegate, internal wastegate, actuated by turbo pressure. On the other hand, the Volvo turbo, well, Garrett, but it's come from Volvo. It has a VNT, or VGT Wondem. It has variable geometry, which means this isn't controlled by boost, it's controlled by vacuum. Well, it's vacuum actuated, and it's controlled by a valve in the engine, which means you can't just like hook up a vacuum line to this, because then it'll be constantly fully open, which isn't ideal. Well, it's terrible because it's if you don't know how a VGT turbo works, it's actually less efficient than, say, a small or a properly sized turbo, but the advantage of it is that it's a small and a big turbo in one, so it's like twin turbos, but less stuff. Ideally you wouldn't run this, but I think on diesel engines it makes a heap of sense. This is my adapter. It broke slightly, and then I fixed it with super glue and hot glue. It will mount the turbo on this, as I don't want to make a custom manifold. So I got this, basically this plate and this plate laser cut out of 10 and 15mm steel. Then I'll get my mate to weld it with a TIG, as I don't have a TIG welder, I don't have argon just yet, and I suck at welding. So that'll be full legit. That'll get the turbo mounted. Now, to control the VNT, you need some kind of computer. Luckily, I didn't have to design this. I found a forum post from about a decade ago of a guy using a very similar turbo on his VW. And it's an Arduino-based program where it takes in the engine RPM, throttle position, and exhaust temperature and turbo pressure, and it works out how much to open the nozzle up. I don't have that bit yet. I don't have the mount either, unless you count this one. Insert funny clip here. Yeah, not ideal. I have the most of the parts. I just need to solder it all together. This is my EGT sensor. Just managed here, so doesn't get stuck in anything. That'll be put into the side of here. Maybe I can show that. I don't know if I'm gonna fuck up the cable. Maybe something like this. I need to read what is the optimal position of the nozzle, but I'll work that out later. Now, for the fun bit, I was just this thing has been work in progress for 2 years at this point, not all 1.5 years. I hope to get it on the road this year. You ask why such a long time frame. There's a few rough bits. Hole. There's another little hole here into the passenger compartment, and then there's two pretty big holes over here. There is one. You may notice one of the suspension arms is missing. Yeah, that's because it was broken off. So there's a hole here, which I kind of prepared, but because of the holes behind it, I'm pretty sure I'll need to take the body off. So I'm getting ready to do that, and the amazing bit is this. Yeah, that's where the suspension arm was mounted to, and it's broken clean off. I have no fucking clue how the guy managed that. I'm pretty sure the car was... He either plowed into a tree stump or a rock, or most likely he pulled the car out of a ditch or something by the rear axle, which broke everything. So yeah, the car has been abused. I got it with a fucked head. I thought it's a leaking water pump. I start taking it apart. Then I think it's a blown head gasket. I take the head off. The head is it's cracked between every single valve. So new head. The valve body, valve train is all the same, to save some money because it was getting out of hand already.